Hey guys, Stephen here. Trevor winners always have to find some reason to be knocked down. It looks like the bad news, unfortunately, is that Kevin De Bruyne is likely to be out until about 2024. He's just broke about half an hour, 40 minutes ago, and it feels really massive, this blow. This isn't going to be a long video because I've got other stuff to do, but I wanted to chat about this anyway because it's too big a bit of news to ignore for now. Firstly, welcome to the video, guys. Please do subscribe, like if you want to. It feels a bit crass. Wrong button. Feels a bit crass asking that, given this news, but yeah, this is it basically. It has broke a little bit. Guardiola has confirmed the press conference is going to be 3 or 4 months, but also mainly this has come from a Belgian journalist, and the Belgian journalists are really well connected. They always tend to be. They just are. I don't know why, but the Belgian journalists in particular seem to know an awful lot what's going on with the Belgian players. And that sounds obvious, but they seem supremely connected, if that makes sense. And according to them, he'll have to undergo surgery on the hamstring sustained versus Burnley, ruling him out to the remainder of 23 and recovering by early 24. With final decision not yet been made, it's seen as the best solution. I think they're going to do it personally. I don't think at this point now, for the sake of a couple of months, they don't do anything other than have the surgery. So it looks like we are going to have to fight this race, unfortunately, for a few months without Kevin De Bruyne, which of course makes the situation midfield pretty dramatic. There's no two ways about it. This is a monumental blow, and we're not the only team, of course, to lose players. Arsenal lost Timber as well with an ACL injury. Look, there's a lot of injuries going around at the moment, but we can't deny that losing someone like Kevin De Bruyne is just, ridiculous. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne, the story here is that he comes back and he flies through to the end of the season and he wins as a league. I don't know. There's obviously a big discussion to be had about whether he came back too soon or not. I don't really know. As I was chatting the other day on the video with Amos, it's really hard to say. I can't say with confidence, and you can only presume they asked and checked and double checked and triple checked if he felt fine, and he said he did. It could be bad luck. It could be that they brought him back too early. I don't know. I just don't know, but all I do know is the reality is that we are here now and that we are going to need a solution. Because Kevin De Bruyne, man, we haven't got our main man for a long time, and that could be crucial. Kevin De Bruyne out until 2024. Look, it's not ideal, is it? It's really not ideal at all. It's a massive blow. And I think what we know now is that we're gonna have to sign a player. Someone's gonna have to step up. Maybe it'll be Paqueta. Maybe Doku comes in as well to add to the numbers. But either way, Phil Foden maybe through the midfield. Bernardo Silva back more central. We are going to need some sort of solution because we're in a tough situation here. I suspect that we'll see. We'll see some action in the transfer market pretty quickly. I mean, it has to. What's been Guardiola's been saying? Let me see if we can find the quotes from Guardiola. And there's loads of quotes from Rodri and Akanji, which I'll get onto a bit. Of course, they're all talking about the game tomorrow. He said, here we go about De Bruyne. He said, give me 25 minutes, days. Wait. On his injury, he said, give me 25 days preparation, it'll be easier. It's 15 minutes. I spoke with physios and doctors with him, unfortunately. Basically, I think they were saying, he spoke with all the players. He spoke with the physios, the doctors, and him. And apparently, he seemed okay. I don't really know. I don't really know what he means by that massively, but it obviously isn't good news. He asked about if they'd sign a player. He said, we will see. We'll talk with Cheeky and the chances and the possibilities about signing a player. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a case. City aren't going to go into this season without a Kevin De Bruyne replacement. I just don't see how they're not going to massively step up and try and find someone. They have to. He's too big. He's our captain. Literally our captain. It's a massive blow. 3 to 4 months minimum. Look, it'll be longer than that. We know it will be. They'll obviously take as much time as they can. They'll be safe. They'll be cautious because they have to be cautious now. It does change how a lot of people feel about the season. I've got no doubt about it. I mean, it does make the season seem a lot scarier. Having said that, I mean, all we've got to do is stay there. I feel like we've got to stay there within touching distance of Arsenal, and we can do that. Then I have no doubt whatsoever we can win the league. But Paqueta, can he do it? Look, who knows, man? Like, I don't know if Paqueta is good enough to do it. But what I do know is I've seen stranger things than someone stepping up to step up and shine in De Bruyne's absence. It absolutely could be that Phil Foden steps up now, and Paqueta and Kovacic are excellent. Bernardo is brilliant, and Doku's a genius little signing who offers so much more unpredictability. And maybe actually there's an argument to be said now with no Kevin De Bruyne. We do need unpredictability out wide. We do need a little bit of a maverick out wide. We do need someone who's going to just do something different. It can never be on De Bruyne full stop, but now without him, maybe we do need a guy who's going to run at people and do something crazy. Look, I'm a firm believer that brilliant players find solutions. I do believe that. Like, if you give them a chance to express themselves and be who they are, usually genius steps up. Like, I don't think Gundogan would have been born in the way that we knew him without De Bruyne's injury that time. And I know that sounds really, it's reductive because it's hard to prove and so on. But I think it's true. De Bruyne was out, Son was needed, and Gundogan stepped up. Why can't it be Phil Foden this time? Like, why can't it be Phil Foden this time? I'm sure it will be. He's going to step up. I'm almost certain. I feel it. Why can't Bernardo have the season of his life now on the right? I suspect he will do. It's an awful big ask for someone, but it's a necessity, and necessity. What's that saying? Necessity is the what? Let me Google it. Saying necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention, is a saying. Necessity is the mother of invention. The idea, when you need something, you're more likely to invent something. Because if you need it, you're going to have to work it out. And in this instance, I feel like that's where Manchester City are right now, and that's where Guardiola is right now. Guardiola will work out a solution. He'll work out a solution. Zoteng with the super chat. Let me bring it up, mate. I think I disagree with this, actually. Let me bring it up. Zoteng with the super chat says, didn't KDB say he wasn't fit and Pep still played him? I don't think he did, mate. I'm pretty certain KDB talked about how he heals really quickly and he feels really good. He said he was surprised he played, but he did say he did say like a few days earlier that he's healed really quickly and he feels great. So I think there's a bit of a contradiction there in the tone. I don't think KDB said he wasn't fit, though. I don't know. Someone will have to find the exact quotes, but I do remember a quote of KDB saying that he heals really quick and he feels really good. So I don't know about that, mate, but thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. But look, either way, if he's been played too soon, someone's absolutely balls up there massively. Like, you can't, you can't just do, you can't play a play if you're not fully certain. He said he was tired, did he? I like to see these quotes. Alster's jinxed it. There you go, mate. It's Alster's fault. You got the away kit with KDB on. There you go. It's Alster's fault. Look, I know it sounds wild just to say this, but we've been there without Kevin De Bruyne before. I don't see why we can't be again. I just feel like we will. Pogba alone, get a grip, mate. Pogba's more injury prone than De Bruyne. Pogba's not a footballer anymore, man. Like, he's not been a footballer for ages. He's just, I know what he does, but he's not a footballer anymore. At one point, I would have taken Pogba, but not these days. No, he's too far gone. And Gundogan's been with City. Pep wants to go. Yeah, Gundogan is. So now, basically, we're playing. If you look at it this way, we're playing the first half of the season without De Bruyne, Gundogan, and Mahrez. Probably our three of our most creative players from last season. That's wild, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, to me, that is a massive ask for pretty much anyone. Never mind, well, it's a massive ask, for anyone. It doesn't matter if you're Guardiola or not. I mean, to do that do what they got to do without these players. Of course, we sign players and we will sign players. Go and hijack the Saudi bid for Neymar, says Alistair. I'm not against that for what it's worth. Someone get in for Neymar. Come to Manchester, Neymar. I know Neymar's a very irritating footballer for a lot of people, but he's immensely gifted and he has the stats, the goal scoring record of a striker and the creation record of a De Bruyne in League One. So you know what? Get him in at this point. We need something and we need someone. We really do. Look, I honestly think Doku and Paqueta, or as Cameron called them, Pac-Man and Count Doku, I think they'll be fine. I think that they do solve an awful lot of the problems, and then they solve the problems until De Bruyne is back. The second half of the season, I don't think this will derail our season. I don't feel like it will do, mainly because I think he'll be back when it matters. And he'll be really cautious. He'll be up for it. And as I said, I think it gives Foden a chance. And I do think, as I said, necessity is the mother of invention. I do think if you give Foden a chance to shine and step into his shoes, he will take that opportunity. He will take that opportunity. Trust this team, trust this. But it isn't good news. It isn't good news at all. But I don't know. We've been in worse situations than this before. We played the whole season without a striker, Paqueta, it's your time, my son. Come in. Fingers crossed we'll get him. You want to take us a new number? I can't read your comment because it's a bloody thing in front of it. Number 2. I don't even know. Look, obviously the Ortega thing as well. Let me find the quotes from Guardiola about Ortega. Guardiola was not happy about it, He said, I got the feeling that the Ortega news, on top of the De Bruyne news, just really annoyed Guardiola. I feel like it's all a bit much like, like just not now. He says it'll be a problem for his quality. He's played in the Bundesliga. I saw him and said, what a keeper we have. We don't want to sell him, but like many cases, it depends on three parties. If Stefano's 2 weeks out of the market, we have to pick up a keeper. It's not easy. We want him for years and years. They like him, So there's a chance that he might go, Ortega. They don't want him to go. And I understand why. He did go to Kugat, by the way, as you saw there. He went to Ramon Kugat. He saw the images, saw them personally, and 2 or 3 docs had the same opinion. Yeah, there we go. Look, unfortunately, Guardiola's, he knows this. He said, the injury to De Bruyne is a blow, a big loss. He has specific qualities. For a long time, it's really tough for us. We have to look forward. We have alternatives. Kevin's irreplaceable. We have talented players, and they will take it. And, of course, McAtee, according to Guardiola, is an option for the season. And they're going to decide in the next few days about surgery. I think they'll go for it personally. I might be wrong, but I've got a feeling they will go for it, Ortega going as well would be a massive blow. He's absolute quality. As well, as soon as he goes, Edison would get an injury. Amar Riff Super Chat says, new midfield on top of Paqueta. Do we, mate? I don't know if we do or not. Maybe we do. There's a chance of that. Look, if you could find like a Kanji level bargain, maybe we just keep the kids Amar. Maybe we keep Oscar Bob, Cole Palmer, James McAtee, and they'll be the backup. But then you have got go for numbers. Rico Lewis can play there. You've got Calvin Phillips. You've got Rodri. You've got Kovacic. You've got Foden, Bernardo, Paqueta potentially. If you have got the numbers to play central, if it needs to be. I don't think we need another midfielder person on top of him because he'll be back by January and he'll be raring to go, mate. But I respect your opinion on that. Guys, anyway, it's just a very quick video to talk about this. I think we'll be fine. It will be difficult. I am going live again at 5 o'clock to talk about the Rivals. I've got a new series I'm starting called The Rivals. So fingers crossed you'll join me for that if you want to. It's a new series I've got, obviously sort of clouded by this De Bruyne news, but hopefully this will be an awful lot of fun. And with Lias from SDS, come and join me for that at 5 o'clock. For now, though, I'll catch you all in a bit. Fingers crossed, De Bruyne, let's hope he makes a quick recovery. Love you, Kev. Absolutely love you. Devastating news. Well, Man City, though, we'll be all right. I feel it in my blood. I feel it. Right, anyway, I'll see you at 5 o'clock with the Rivals Game Week 1 with Lias. In a bit, subscribe, like the video if you want to. Catch you in a bit. Bye-bye.